back, ladies and gentlemen. World War II UMG $200 minimum 4v4 variant. Not sure why I threw in the World War IIs if you didn't already know that. But regardless, though, hopping in toward our other semifinal matchup, of course, we just got to witness Voltage taking down the side of the bots to enter in toward the finals. And, of course, awaiting them is the winner of this game, as we're taking a look at GT facing off against Hydra Gaming, as this one should be a very interesting match. Based off the fact, of course, is the lineup for GT. You got Hazy. I'm pretty sure that's Hazytron despite a different gamer tag. So yet to hear official confirmation, but I'm pretty sure that's Hazytron. And if it is, know that guy played a lot of our Search and Destroy, or really not even just Search and Destroy, but known for Search and Destroy. Has played a lot of our $200 minimums through the last few weeks. Of course, we've got Dashy, current competitive player, pro player for Complexity. And we've got the Young Gods and iLLeY and Cellium, half of the members of the EU Cadets. Of course, the squad under the United brand. The Academy team, rather. Helps out the regular United roster and Search and Destroy. So they've got at least that up their sleeve. And one thing is for sure about both of these squads, they have their preferences. Essentially, when you look at Hydra Gaming based on their tournaments, and I've talked about this countless times, their Search and Destroy is lacking. They have to really bring it when it comes down to their hardpoints, because if not, it's going to look very slow. It's not going to be the best for them. So they really need to rely on this hardpoint victory, because if not, you're facing off against some very, very solid Search and Destroy players, and one that I would call almost impossible for them to win. And off the break of this hardpoint, of course, you see a little bit of streaks being earned there from Hazy on 5 kills in a row, along with Dashy, who's up to 3 kills in a row, and also rocking the new Hydra burst, or the ITRA. I'm calling it the Hydra. I think that's the official name, but you never really know, to be honest with you. Regardless, though, of course, the 4-round burst just got added to competitive officially today. Players are already saying that it should be taken out, but you know, I think it's at least fair to have an opportunity to test the new weapon. I think it's a really cool concept, a great idea, as it is available for free in custom lobbies as well as in ranked too. So give it a try if you guys haven't done so already. The Hydra burst, great 4-round burst weapon. Kind of reminds people of the M8A7 from what I've been able to hear. Got to play with it a little bit, and I've liked it. I've liked it. It's a pretty decent weapon. It's a nice little change up from the other weapons that we have currently in World War II. But kind of diving into the gameplay right now, a pretty even game as we enter in toward Docks, as iLLeY totally takes the head there off of Zinx. His kills going back and forth, favoring this side of Hydra, as Hazy will drop inside of the hardpoint, and Neonn will grab the remaining seconds, making his mark on this match right now. As you can see, the ability for him to hop in the hardpoint. He's only on 3 kills in a row, but he's almost toward his streaks. And if he can find this kill into Hazy, he would have him. Finds the kill, and just like that, say hello to the artillery barrage and the fighter pilot. Fantastic start for Hydra Gaming. Zinx finds 2 off the start of the barrel building. Hardpoint loading up. Hazy loading in through middle, as he will be dropped as well. Nice responding shots coming in from KiSMET. He goes on a 6 spree for a short time. Yet to see if he earns streaks from that. We'll obviously take a look at that here in just a moment, as it looks like he just does fall short. As Dashy enters inside of the hardpoint with 2. KiSMET responds with nearly 3 as well. Dashy playing incredibly solid, though, is what we come to expect. 4 kills in a row for him. 15 and 9 as it stands. And, of course, rocking the nice machine pistol for the time. But, of course, the Hydra in his back pocket, as iLLeY will swipe 3 players in a row. Swipe's probably not the best terminology to use when it comes down to online Call of Duty, but you get my point, right? Not necessarily swiping, just, you know, the nice old you know, few kills he grabs, of course, you know. But he does have a very fast reaction time. Props to him there. But 11 kill streak combined for him and Dashy, as Dashy will continue, man, right now. 9 kills in a row, making it look like a public match. Takes down Zinx, but can't survive for much longer than that, but does exactly what he needs to. And if you're not familiar with Dashy, he is probably my favorite player to watch in all of World War II. He has the ability, I think, with the right kind of pieces around him to really be the next superstar when it comes down to competitive Call of Duty. So to me, honestly, it's an honor to be able to watch this guy just develop as it currently stands. Of course, a competitive player right now for Complexity. Started off as a Search and Destroy star. Toward the end of Infinite Warfare, kind of gets put on a few squads, most notably Straight Rippin', is living up to the title as he is continuing to dominate right now. 4 kills, now make it 6 kills in a row. Nice little burst to the head of Zinx, as his head's totally off and looking to try and rebound right now, but a slam dunk being shown as here comes, it looks like that might have been a mortar strike coming in from, I almost said the boys in blue, technically the blue side, being the boys on GT right now. But you see Cellium definitely struggling at the moment, 8 and 17, but you see the players definitely kind of picking it up. It is going to be Dashy who calls in the glide bomb, takes down one on the hill. As you see, the Hydra is treating him quite nicely. Cellium and iLLeY dropping 2 just toward his left. Yeah, you see how strong this weapon is, man. It doesn't move. Oh my goodness. It does not move. 31 and 12. Rotation definitely needs to come in if you're Hydra Gaming right now. Definitely try to set up toward that main street side as 3 of them line up for Dashy as he nearly takes down all of them. Unfortunately for him, that's not a full-on assault rifle. It doesn't shoot consistent bullets, because if not, that could have been a triple kill coming in, but finally does get silenced. And of course, that brings us now to an even game. Main Street loaded up, and it looks like it will be Hazy currently locking down Hardpoint control, as it looks like the streaks are being brought down in favor of Hydra Gaming. The artillery barrage is limiting the numbers, limiting the vision, the lanes for GT to hop inside of the hill, as 6 kills in a row total for Hydra Gaming. As you see Neonn making the nice rotation. I really respect this play. Not many players would do this, and you see as well, thankfully, that since he does that, they escape out of Main Street. Unfortunately, they give away the last 20 seconds, but they're set up for the money hill. Plus, they have numbers. They have spawns. They have a lot going their way despite not having the lead any longer. But they're in a prime spot. However, take a look at this play from Hazy. He's somehow gotten in the mix. Does fall, so does iLLeY. 3 players dropping, and so is Cellium. 4 players collectively fall, and just like that, it's looking pretty good from Hydra. Streaks come in off the rotation, and Hazy drops as well. We talk about a solid play coming in from Neonn toward the beginning of this hill. He realizes what the important situation is at hand as Rain finds 3. Neonn picks up the other 2, and just like that, welcome to full streaks, and welcome to an opportunity to get toward that 200-second mark. But a smart rotation comes in through from Neonn, and this is the reason why his team is in current control. Leaves the hill early, gives his teammates spawns, and obviously earns streaks from it. The smart plays rather, being awarded from it. Nice up-close and personal engagement coming in from Cellium. That's what he's known for, as they are desperately trying to get this control on that front side of the map. Very top side of your map is what both teams are coveting as it stands. The spawns for the current hill, but here comes the streak. Cellium desperately tries to get inside of the hard point. It looks at that glide bomb, focuses its attention inside of the hill, just through that barrel building ceiling, the roof rather. Here come the kills. Rain ends up trying to be the first line of defense. He ends up getting taken down, but Zinx is holding valiantly 1 player toward the back lines, though it's going to be iLLeY, and you see him waiting for his opportunity to challenge. That was a smart play coming in from iLLeY. He kind of waits, makes the enemy assume that he's going to be coming from the flank. If he's able to stay alive, essentially, if his teammates are able to continue their lives through mid-street, it's a smart play. Unfortunately, they fall, so it makes the play awkward for iLLeY in that situation. But still, smart play for him to kind of end out his run. But despite that, though, a pretty decent advantage for Hydra Gaming as it stands. I was curious how close this game would be. But thankfully for the boys in Hydra, if you're a fan of Hydra, you've got to be expecting a hardpoint victory if they at least want to see a map 3. I don't want to say search and destroy is a no-go, but it's just not looking likely in recent tournaments that they can put up enough, especially against top-level search and destroy talent like this. But take a look at Dashy, man. 40 and 26, nearly double positive with the new Hydra burst. And despite that, though, team not having the best of performances, players entering inside of the hill as it looks like 1 begins to drop. iLLeY looking for the quick challenge. Takes down 1 onto KiSMET, and also will drop Zinx, thankfully to a nice assistance from his squad mate, as they're limiting the numbers despite that, the time is still going the way of Hydra. Spawns in their favor, but just like that, 4 fall. And granted, they're not far away from that 250-second margin, but this one can be brought back if they can watch spawns, be aware of the current control. And if Dashy can hold a power position with this Hydra, it's looking incredibly awkward to retake this hill. But it's the worst situation. It's the worst hill to really be on because of how contest-heavy it is. So really, if Hydra Gaming plays their cards right, they at least play consistent. They should walk away with this map. Still players entering in from multiple point of views as Dashy has to go big. Reaching the 44 kill margin. The nade could make it 45. Not finding the kills, but iLLeY and Hazy starting to heat up. All 3 players enter inside of the hill as a full swarm of GT members. Hazy and Cellium, though, still up, and you see how valuable these seconds are for them. Constant kills taking place as Dashy up close. Takes one down from the back lines. The nade could be good. Tries to get the dunk forward, but it does not land successfully. That's about 5 seconds that go the way of of GT, despite consistently having the numbers in their favor in that mid-side hardpoint. But 2 team kills come in, and that should seal the deal here. iLLeY, the last man to try to make a push toward the hardpoint. And this is going to be silenced. It will be the good boys from Hydra who are going to walk away with this game as they win this one 250 to 176. Convincing fashion for the boys on Hydra. And I got to say, coming into this game, Hydra, I think they're expected to take this hardpoint despite the names that are on GT like Dashy, Cellium, iLLeY, etc. But this isn't what they're known for, besides Dashy, of course. Cellium, iLLeY, even Hazy as well, not really known for this particular game type, so it's not super surprising that we see them lose this game. Despite Dashy, though, still having an unbelievable performance, 45 and 31, minute and 10 seconds, obviously, inside of the hill as well. Let's go take a look at our box score to see exactly how this game broke down, and obviously which ones were preferred for Hydra. How did they close out this map? As it looks like on statue, it was an advantage toward the side of GT. Main Street, pretty much the same story. Warehouse and Barrels, big difference as far as time is considered. And we talk about the second set of rotations where we witnessed that player from Hydra Gaming being Neonn, making that early rotation with about 25 seconds left, gets the spawns for his team. He ends up earning streaks off of that and obviously uses the streaks very well. So kind of a welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another map in our current semifinal series, of course, loading for some search and destroy here on St. Marie between Hydra Gaming and GT. It was Hydra who responded early in our hardpoint, winning London Docks 250 to 176. As it looks like off the break, we see Dashy rocking out the M19. Also gets the nade kill onto Zinx. He's done everything so far in this round. It looks like he's going to have to do all the rest. There's the third and nearly finds the fourth. Cellium, last man alive, and just like that, that just goes to show how talented the man Dashy is. I mean, just take a look at that play. He totally changes the sequence of that round. All Cellium has to do is just kind of pick up the final kill. Dashy gives the call out. You could even argue if there were no kills or no really shots tagged into that final player, it's an assist regardless. So Dashy, man, with that sniper rifle, absolutely lethal. As rocking the Hydra burst off the break, we saw Cellium rocking with it as well. So at least 2. So we got 3 Hydras and 1 bar. The AR meta has been changed, ladies and gentlemen. GT is ready. They want to walk away with the search and destroy, as they should. KiSMET through a wall gets dropped, but Zinx comes through with a huge double kill nade. It at least evens the man count out right now, as we're unfortunately staring at a dead body. Nothing I can do about that, ladies and gentlemen. But Neonn up inside top red. Dashy is trying to spot him out. And now he finds himself as the last man alive. And with an Hydra burst, I don't even want to challenge this through 5 walls, let alone 1. Hazy's ready. Neonn with the BPSH in hand. Bomb gets planted, and now it's up to Dashy. 1v1. He does have the advantage as far as the bomb being planted. So right now, if you're Neonn, you have the, I'm going to say an upper hand, really the lower hand in this situation. But a nice play coming in from Dashy. Obviously realized the situation. It takes down Neonn pretty easily, right? Watches his corner. Goes for the casual challenge. His Hydra burst looks pretty good, I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to be headed home soon and using it myself. But Dashy just makes it look so easy. 4-1 right now. Finished off with like 40-plus kills in the hardpoint despite the loss. But it looks like Dashy goes toward the B-bomb site. It looks like it could be, or it looks like it will be, rather. Hydra Gaming making their way toward A. Cellium's going to be the first line of defense, and he's got the Hydra ready to go. Takes down one onto Zinx, and it looks like the Dolphin dive toward the side lookout post. But Cellium's getting it all done himself. 3 kills in a row. Neonn thankfully gets the nade. But to no avail. Here comes the collapse. And goodbye. That just goes to show, man, how strong this weapon is. You talk about a bar and STG, you're not getting that done by yourself, walking down the A bomb site. Whew. This gun is good. Cellium had him running right into a blender. Loading in toward round number 4, of course, the story of this game has really been the intro burst, it's fair to say, ladies and gentlemen, as if Landon couldn't have said that weapon enough. But looks like it's Hazy on the flank right now. Yeah, with the PPSH. Wow, something else. And here comes the flank, perfectly executed as the shots coming in from one angle from Cellium bait out the enemy to win a rush forward. The flank comes through in a perfect pinch. Is the ending result. 4v2 advantage yet again toward the side of GT. Rain and Neonn, though, respond for 2. iLLeY gets the bomb planted. And if Rain can find this round, it would be a 2v4 clutch along with an ending 1v2 hat trick. A lot of terminology. And Rain coming around the corner has got to be found, and just like that, iLLeY, or did I say it? Yeah, iLLeY. I thought I said something totally different there. iLLeY, though, ends up finding the kill. And making it look pretty simple, essentially. And this is what I've been talking about from GT. Heading into these games, it's just known they're going to win the search and destroy. Like, it's just not hard to predict. Know that I'd give myself credit, but I give no credit whatsoever. Hydra, not known for this game mode. They've been struggling quite a bit, despite names like Zinx and KiSMET, Neonn, names that I've been seeing a lot when it brings up to search and destroy, especially KiSMET. For their team not to be good at search and destroy is a little bit surprising, right? I mean, you look at the list and you're thinking, okay, guys who are known for search and destroy probably guaranteed to win that game, but not at all the case. Incredibly strong at hardpoint and pretty decent at CTF, so while search and destroy isn't your forte, at least you have the respawns to rely on. And it looks like we will be seeing a third respawn based on the current scoreline, but it will be Hydra who probably chalks one up. Easy kill, though, coming in from Cellium. Second one found as well. Neonn nearly eliminated, as you just got to imagine a few, like just the overall ADS gets changed just a degree or two, and Neonn is toast. Wow. Decent play coming in there from GT. I'm surprised that we're not at least seeing one player from Hydra like test it out. Like, okay, they're obviously having success with it. Dashy dropped like 40-plus kills with it, which Dashy could drop 40-plus kills with a launcher. But I think we should give it a try. And it looks like Zinx is taking my advice. Pulling out the Hydra burst. The attachments are good to go. And it looks like a B-bomb execute coming through here from GT. KiSMET, though, has a nade cooked, and iLLeY could be dead meat. What is KiSMET doing? Is he just chilling with the nade here? Finally tosses it out. I guess that was a stun. I was like, why? How is he able to hold on? How is he able to cook that nade for so long? Oh, gosh, KiSMET, be careful, buddy. Be very careful. Neonn ends up dropping one through bottom red, I believe. The challenge comes in. One's eliminated. Players coming from the side, as it looks like it will be Rain who finds one at the Hazy. Cellium, though, is there for the trade. So a 1 versus 1 bomb has been planted. Cellium currently 10-3. Nearly makes it 11-3, but this time the Hydra does not win out. It's the PPSH. My word. What's going on? And that's such a risky play from Neonn in that situation, right? Just like the ability to challenge the Hydra right now, even with the head glitch advantage and with the sub in your hands. It's just a very risky play to make. And with Cellium playing as good as he is, right? Pretty crazy play. Okay, let's watch this, right? Cellium had a fantastic job at locking down the A bomb site, and I think the boys from Hydra are still having nightmares from it as they're going to go ahead and keep pushing toward B. A quick plant could work out very well for them, but not if Dashy has anything to say about it. Spots out one onto Zinx, takes him down with ease, and knows that one is at least on the bomb site. Two players potentially making a flank, both iLLeY and Hazy. Hazy drops one. iLLeY nearly drops the third, but regardless, KiSMET's position is known, and he's like, might as well pick up the Hydra. It works pretty well for everybody else, but as he does find a kill, he is shortly going to fall. Is 5 rounds to 2, I believe, right? Yeah, 5 rounds to 2 in favor of GT. As they are driving their force, driving the way in this S&D to obviously force the CTF. And, of course, the map will be on Arden Forest, which should be a pretty interesting one. I think it's fair to say when it comes down to both of these teams, CTF has got to be the closest as far as skill is considered. So rotation obviously never changes from Hardpoint, Search, Destroy, CTF in these best of threes, but I think it's a great kind of a perfect setup for both of these squads to be facing off in that closest game mode for them. But Rain, not with the Hydra, but with the bar, holding things down, tossing out the nade, and trying to hold down the A bomb site. Solo, but does have one play on the flank. Look at this play from iLLeY. How does he get back here? How does iLLeY quickly get behind enemy lines? And he has a sniper rifle in his back pocket? This is not how snipers work. They're not that sneaky. They don't literally get behind enemy players that quickly. I don't know how it works, but Zinx had the nade in his hand, but he's the one who gets cooked in this situation. 2 players up. And just like that, KiSMET with the nade dunks it onto iLLeY's face. And iLLeY takes down Cellium as well. 2 versus 2, now make it a 1 versus 2. KiSMET, the right idea. Spots out Cellium. And it looks like Cellium's going to go for the rush here. Or no, he's actually backs out. I thought he was actually going to go ahead and go for the quick rush in that situation. But 1v2 for KiSMET for the map. Will we see a CTF? The answer is going to be yes. Just a little bit of a spoiler there. Just like that, Cellium will drop KiSMET, and that is going to be a round at number 8 victory here for GT as they will take map number 2 in pretty easy fashion, I think it's fair to say. Locking things down, it's no one's surprise, including myself. We're seeing a CTF. Seeing a map 3 CTF on Arden Forest, which I'm actually pretty excited about. I kind of, heading into this, was really curious how GT would play in the hardpoint, but based off of, like, standard play, I was thinking a CTF for this series is pretty much going to happen. But despite talking about the CTF, we got obviously focus on the search and destroy. Cellium finishes off 12-5. A very solid showing from this man. Of course, kind of picking it up from the Hardpoint. Didn't have the strongest of performances, but obviously brings it back when it needs to most. And as GT, looking here at the round-ending scorecard, a little bit more detail. Of course, if you guys are interested to see exactly what all these things mean, we see all skulls on this, which is obviously the enemy team eliminated, but that key in the bottom left will obviously give more details. Hopefully, we see a search and destroy with maybe just not solo killing. As long as teams continue to use the Hydra burst, that's probably all we're going to be seeing. But it looks like CTF should be good to go here shortly. But based off this game, right? Seeing in Arden Forest, both teams have obviously dominated their map victories. And I think, like I said, CTF is a good mixture, not just because of these two teams, but even just in Call of Duty itself, right? You see the Capture the Flag is kind of like a combination of both Hardpoint and Search and Destroy. Talk about the respawn ability for Hardpoint, the kind of communication, the 7.5 respawn delay kind of acts like as a Search and Destroy where you value your life a lot more. Communication is very, very important, not talking too much, no complaints, right? And CTF really has to be solid communication, player counting, all of that super in-depth. And really, it's not necessarily about the kills. It's not about the overall slain numbers. It's about the type of kills. that you get when it comes into capture the flag, which also resembles search and destroy as well. But Iron Forest, to me, my favorite capture the flag map on World War II just kind of plays a little bit more slower. It's kind of more of a standard kind of Call of Duty boots on the ground type of map, and I think it should be a pretty interesting one to watch. Right, we talk about London Docks, Flat Tower, very fast paced, and the Hydra burst, of course, is going to be coming out yet again. This time from Cellium. Should I do a quick check? I think everyone would like that. Looks like 2 ARs, both being the Hydra, 2 SMGs for GT off the break as KiSMET and co. It looks like 2 PPSHs, Zinx, and Neonn waiting for them to spawn back up as 3 players fall. I can't even get over to their perspectives fast enough. Bard and STG, so they're not even rocking anything, but take a look at this. KiSMET has found himself behind enemy lines, tossing out the nade, knows exactly where one player is probably going to be trying to take him out from. Ring around the rosy, tries to juke him out, and he looks like he might make it out, but no, not going to happen. 3 players fall. Neonn in the back of the base tosses out a Hail Mary nade, but it's not going to land successful. iLLeY should be away. He might have escaped, and just like that, he will. Early score coming through in the first 50 seconds of this match, and just like that, GT find themselves up 1-0. With the Hydra burst coming in full force, I think we see Zinx actually swapping toward that as well, as that just seems to be the weapon of choice right now. As I'm already waiting to see the Reddit post. The Hydra burst needs to go. It was a terrible decision. Realistically, though, I think it's an awesome idea to even add a weapon later in the game. We haven't really seen that happen too much as 4 go down yet again here for Hydra. And GT should be away with this one. There's not any blue players, which of course is the Hydra Gaming side. They're not going to be close enough as Hazy will score in this flag capture. iLLeY and Cellium, for a short time, collectively, were on a 9-kill spree. Cellium lingering through mid-map as Hazy, off of spawn, should be able to spot out KiSMET, making a decent push toward that left side. But that's great communication that comes in. They realize what lane wasn't being watched, and they obviously responded very, very well. It's a nice turn on there from Hazy. Takes down Neonn with ease. And you see Zinx picks up a few kills in a row, rocking the Hydra now. As it looks like Hydra Gaming have finally caught up to GT. Of course, the name signifying a race. And GT is definitely far out in front as it currently stands, but getting back to the talk on the Hydra, I think it's at least an awesome idea, right? It's an awesome idea to kind of bring in essentially a DLC weapon, a weapon that's later added into the game. I think it's going to be an awesome addition just to see how it plays. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but at least the opportunity, the chance was there. But Cellium, for a short time, was lonely in the back lines. Still only has Hazy to watch over him, but thankfully he does have a glide bomb if this flag is successfully grabbed, and just like that, the kill comes through from Rain, the pull from KiSMET. As here comes the run toward this room inside. Player number 8, Dashy, is here to try to spoil the party. He'll get taken down, but here comes the streak from above. KiSMET ends up falling. Cellium is there. Looks like player number 7, iLLeY, is going to be the only man to try to stop this play from happening. Despite that, though, the flag comes home, and Zinx will bring this game within a 1-point differential. As it wasn't easy for the boys on Hydra, but they at least, right, are able to weather the storm from that glide bomb, which was earned from Cellium earlier in this match, or earlier in this half, rather. For you to see, if you just hit a burst, it's like, it's so good. It doesn't move. It doesn't move, man. 4-round burst. You're definitely feeling that in the morning. Neonn back to base, shuts down one to Dashy, tossing out the nade as well, has some teammate support. Player number 2, just shortly behind him is Zinx, taking down one. Neonn in a corner. Nothing to watch over him as Rain behind the rock head glitch nearly shuts down one. How did Cellium find that kill? Rips one player off the head glitch, and KiSMET and Zinx are on the run. They're desperately trying to get back toward this flag to limit it from going through, but Cellium should be good. Can he dolphin dive in time? And yes, will successfully score that flag along with 7 kills in a row. He's 16-3. Here comes the glide bomb. He ends up getting taken down despite being in a streak. And defense needed right now if you are the boys from GT, as kills, trades going their way. KiSMET, though, responds with a nice nade kill. But I don't believe we're going to be seeing any more flags be scored toward the end of this first 5 minutes. Of course, another 5 to go. Another round of CTF. As this is the deciding factor of who moves on to the finals. Final 5 minutes. And we see who takes on Voltage in the finals for tonight's tournament. But take a look at this, man. Cellium, let's take a look back at this kill. He actually finishes Rain off with the machine pistol. Cold as ice, man. Hydra burst was enough. I'm going to pull my pistol. I'm going to pistol whip for the Bronze Star. Solid plays coming from Cellium, man. 12-5 to search and destroy. He's 17-5 right now after the first half of CTF. Pulling out of his mind. And of course, when we talk about the other United cadets, of course, being Cellium, iLLeY, Simp, and Turnup. All 4 of those guys under the age of 18 currently. Cannot wait to watch those guys play in a real competitive atmosphere, playing against the top players in the world and having their opportunity to really show off their skills, as you've got to see players like Pharaoh, Decimate, even Dashy arguably, of course many others as well, known for being search and destroy players and now leading Call of Duty Esports top franchises. Team Caliber, Team Envious, Branded, with search and destroy stars as their main players. As KiSMET will easily respond through with that flag capture. That was what, like 55 seconds as my stopwatch goes off. But really excited to see Cellium involved in the competitive scene, iLLeY as well. Of course, other players. Right, you got the guys from Hydra, who've obviously been competing at tournaments so far throughout this year, been playing very well as a squad. And massive props to them, right? I think they've only made one roster change since their original formation, which was Neonn coming in from Neonn. And they've been seeming to respond very well to that roster change, so interested to see what these boys can do. This entire lobby, rather, as their careers obviously begin to advance. Like a proud father from time to time and casting over these guys for a long while. But as we kind of dive back into this game, rather, 2 minutes have already expired, and thankfully for Hydra, they did secure the early cap, so at least have a little bit more time to work with. As I talked about how this one I felt like was going to be the closest, and right now, of course, one flag separating the two. We saw a dominant hardpoint victory from Hydra come through in map 1. We saw a very convincing search and destroy victory in map 2 for GT. And as Zinx will grab the flag, this could be the tying score right here. It eliminates iLLeY inside of fire and has his teammate Neonn watching over him from stacks. Do they have any streaks to utilize? And yes, here comes Cellium. Puts in the artillery barrage in the base. And Zinx is running through it. He's a madman. He's a madman. He ends up dropping, but does he have any teammate support? Rain, pick up the flag, buddy. The flag is right behind you. Rain, grab it. Go for it. Score it. Yes, narrowly gets it. But you got to imagine, right, if Rain doesn't turn around, that was a game-breaking play that could have turned the tide. iLLeY tries to grab the flag at the base from GT. He ends up dropping. Dashy now with it in his hands. Neonn from Hydra. Flag on the opposite side. A current stalemate, but take a look at this. Hazy. He's behind him. Where's Hazy going? What just happened? Where did Hazy just run toward? Hazy was behind him, I felt like, wasn't he? Maybe I'm blind. I have no idea. And Dashy's going to turn himself into a sentry gun with his aim and with the Hydra burst back here. It's going to take a lot of nades to take this man down, as one will damage his backside. Zinx will kind of hold off for now, but a current stalemate. And we're tied, ladies and gentlemen. We could be seeing some OT. Going to the stopwatch. Dashy takes down one onto Zinx. That could have been what seals the deal, right? One kill could change this game, and right now it is overall map control toward GT, and I like what they're doing, kind of putting on the brakes right now. You see iLLeY sitting through mid-street. If he even spots a player, probably going to run past them. Not immediately going to go for the kill, but as the nade comes through, both Zinx and KiSMET take back that map control that was previously earned from GT. Zinx find Hazy. Here comes the rush. Cellium able to drop one. iLLeY finds the second. And Neonn is just sitting pretty. But for how long? The king could fall off of his throne. Play number 7. Getting closer. You see Hazy as well got so close toward the flag, but couldn't make anything from it. And of course, overtime and regular, we should be seeing a grace period of an extra minute added on the clock. Unless any push can be made if either of these flag carriers can be dropped. But take a look at this play from iLLeY. He's made it behind enemy lines. He could be dropping. This should be the play. If iLLeY can find this kill, it should be found. There comes the kill. Just like that, Dashy should be able to score this one home. Here comes the Dolphin Dive. Can he get it? Yes! Just in the nick of time. The buzzer beater for GT. As Dashy scores the flag home, goes for the Dolphin Dive despite receiving fire. And that's about a half second. That changes the game. If iLLeY is a half a second late to finding that kill, the Hydra Gaming players are there. They're going to take down Dashy. But they find it exactly when they need to. And Dashy's able to score that flag home as this one ends 4-3 and in thrilling fashion. And GT, of course, have booked their ticket into the finals for tonight's tournament, and as they will be facing off against the boys on Voltage. Wow, talk about a game. We see Hydra Gaming respond back in round number 2 of our second round of 5 minutes. They responded early with the first 50 seconds. I think we saw some good moments coming in. Overall, as an overall team, right, we saw Neonn making some big plays, Zinx, KiSMET as well. But in the end, man, talk about a finish. That was absolutely unreal play. And of course, take a look at our bracket as it currently stands. Just got to witness Hydra Gaming taking down GT, or excuse me, GT rather, taking down Hydra Gaming rather, in a Game 3. And on the bottom of the bracket, we just got to watch, heading into this series, Voltage drop the boys on the bots, which makes this series pretty interesting. You know, when you look at the guys on Voltage, they have a pretty easy time in their last series.